Hey there! Ready to fuel your mind in just minutes a day? Join me on Brain Boosts by Max16RN on YouTube for quick, powerful facts, tips, and ideas to keep your brain sharp, inspired, and informed. Hit that subscribe button and let's boost your brain together.
We all have dreams. We all have goals. You might want to get fit. You might want to write a book. You might want to build a business. These are wonderful things to want. The problem is not the dream itself. The problem is how we think we must start. We often believe we need the perfect plan. We wait for the perfect moment. We search for the perfect strategy. I will start when I have more time, or I will begin once I know exactly what to do. This search for perfection is a trap. It keeps us standing still. It promises a great start, but often leads to no start at all. This waiting game is fueled by a fear of failure. If our first attempt isn't flawless, we think we've failed. We imagine a straight line to our goal. But life is not a straight line. Progress isn't a single, heroic leap. It's a series of small, often messy steps. Waiting for all traffic lights to be green for 10 miles is pointless. You'll just sit in your car, going nowhere. A perfect start is the enemy of any start. Think about learning to walk. A baby doesn't wait to perfect balance. It doesn't read physics books. It simply tries. It pulls up, wobbles, takes a shaky step, and falls. Then tries again, hundreds of times. Each fall is not failure. Each fall is a lesson. Each attempt is a tiny bit of progress. The baby isn't chasing perfection. It's moving forward. Reclaim that mindset. Be willing to be a beginner. Be willing to look foolish as you learn. Imagine you have a single seed. It is small. It seems insignificant. If you plant that seed and water it each day, something amazing happens. It sprouts. It grows. Over time, that tiny seed can become a giant tree. This is the power of small, consistent actions. Your habits work in the same way. A tiny improvement does not seem like much on its own. But when you repeat it day after day, the results can be extraordinary. This is the idea of getting 1% better every day. It is a simple concept with a powerful outcome. It is the secret to making real, lasting change in your life. On any given day, getting 1% better is barely noticeable. If you try to run a little faster today than you did yesterday, you won't feel like a champion. If you read one more page of a book, you won't suddenly become a genius. The change is too small to see. This is why it is so easy to dismiss the power of tiny gains. We want to see big results, and we want to see them now. We are drawn to dramatic transformations. We want to lose 30 pounds in a month, not 1 pound a week. We want to become fluent in a language in 3 months, not learn one new word a day. But here's the math. If you get 1% better each day for 1 year, you will end up 37 times better by the time you are done. The power of 1%, daily improvement. The effects of your habits multiply over time. On the other side, if you get 1% worse each day, you will decline nearly down to 0. Your daily choices are like compound interest for your life. A small deposit each day grows into a fortune. A small withdrawal each day leads to an empty account. The difference a tiny improvement can make over time is astounding. It is the slow, steady accumulation of small wins that leads to big victories. So, forget about perfection. Forget about making a massive change overnight. Your only goal should be to get a little bit better today than you were yesterday. Can you do one more push-up? Can you write one more sentence? Can you meditate for 1 more minute? This is the path. This is how you win. You don't need to be brilliant. You don't need to be heroic. You just need to be consistent. Focus on your trajectory, not your current position. Are you on a path that is 1% better? If you are on the path to success. The daily practice is more important than the single performance. Our lives are run by cues. A cue is a trigger that tells your brain to start a certain behavior. Your phone buzzes. That is a cue to check your messages. The alarm clock rings. That is a cue to wake up. You walk into the kitchen in the morning. That is a cue to make coffee. These cues are so powerful because they happen automatically. We don't have to think about them. To build a new habit, we need to create a new cue. Make the trigger for your desired habit as obvious as possible. The most effective cues are tied to time and location. The best way to do this is with a simple plan. Use this sentence: I will behavior at time and location. For example, I will read one page of a book at 8 p.m. on the couch in my living room, or I will do 10 push-ups at 7 a.m. in my bedroom. This is not a goal. This is a specific instruction for your brain. It removes all the guesswork. You are no longer waiting for inspiration to strike. You have a clear plan of action. When the time comes and you are in that location, the cue is obvious. You know exactly what you are supposed to do. Another powerful strategy is called habit stacking. Link your new habit to an existing one. Your current habits are already wired into your brain. You can use this to your advantage. The formula, after I current habit, I will new habit. For instance, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will meditate for 1 minute. Or, after I pour my morning cup of coffee, I will write down one thing I am grateful for. The end of your current habit becomes the cue for your new one. It is like building a chain of good behaviors, one link at a time. Change your environment to make your cues more visible. If you want to drink more water, place a water bottle on your desk, on your nightstand, and on the kitchen counter. You will see it constantly. If you want to practice guitar, take the guitar out of its case and put it on a stand in the middle of your living room. You will have to walk past it all day. Make the choice you want to make the most obvious choice. Design your world so your good habits are the easiest path to follow. Don't rely on willpower. Rely on a well-designed environment full of obvious cues. Human beings are naturally drawn to the path of least resistance. We will almost always choose the option that requires the least amount of effort. This isn't a weakness. It is just how our brains are wired. We are built to conserve energy. We can use this natural tendency to our advantage when building new habits. The secret is to make your desired habits as easy as possible to do. The easier a habit is, the more likely you are to stick with it, especially on days when you don't feel motivated. Reduce the friction associated with our good habits. Use the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Do you want to read more? Goal: not a book a week. Goal: read 1 page. Do you want to run a marathon? Goal: not 5 miles today. Goal: put on your running shoes and step out the door. Anyone can read 1 page. Anyone can put on their shoes. Master the art of showing up. Make starting so easy, you can't say no. Think about the steps that come before the habit. That's where most friction lies. If you want to go to the gym, pack your bag, change your clothes, drive there. To make it easier, lay out gym clothes the night before. Pack your gym bag and put it by the door. Each small action you take makes the next step easier. By the time you wake up, half the work is already done. You're stepping into a process already started, lowering the barrier to entry. Make bad habits harder. Increase friction for actions you want to avoid. Watch less TV. Unplug it after use. Put the remote in another room. Eat less junk. Don't keep it in the house. You're adding steps between you and the bad habit. By making it inconvenient, you're less likely to do it. Make good habits the path of least resistance. Make bad habits the path of most resistance. Design your life so the easy choice is the healthy choice. Section 5. Seeing your progress. Make it satisfying. Section 5. Seeing your progress. Make it satisfying. For a habit to stick, it needs to be satisfying. Your brain has a simple feedback loop. If a behavior feels good, you are more likely to repeat it. The problem is that many good habits have a delayed reward. The benefit of eating a healthy meal won't be visible for weeks. The reward for saving money today won't be felt for years. But the reward for a bad habit is often immediate. Eating a donut is instantly satisfying. Watching TV is instantly relaxing. Our brains are wired to prioritize immediate rewards over long-term ones. Therefore, we must find a way to make our good habits immediately satisfying. The simplest way to do this is to track your progress. Get a calendar. Put a big X on it for every day you complete your habit. This is a simple, visual form of reward. Each X is a small vote for the person you want to become. It feels good to see the chain of X's grow longer. Your goal becomes simple. Don't break the chain. The act of tracking itself provides a little hit of satisfaction. It proves that you are showing up. It creates a visual record of your hard work. which is incredibly motivating. A habit tracker provides immediate evidence that you are on the right path. You can also add a small, immediate reward after you complete your habit. This reward should be something you genuinely enjoy, and it should happen right after the behavior. For example, after you finish your 1-minute meditation, you allow yourself to listen to your favorite song. After you write 1 page of your book, you get to enjoy a cup of your favorite tea. The reward links your habit with a positive feeling. It teaches your brain, hey, doing that thing was good. Let's do it again tomorrow. The reward doesn't have to be big. It just has to be immediate. Celebrating your wins, no matter how small, is crucial. We often dismiss our small accomplishments. We think, I only did 10 push-ups. That's nothing. But it is not nothing. It is a victory. It is one step forward. Take a moment to acknowledge your effort. Say to yourself, good job, I did it. This small act of self-recognition is a form of reward. It reinforces the behavior. It makes you feel capable and proud. The feeling of progress is one of the most powerful motivators. By making your habits satisfying, you create a positive feedback loop that encourages you to keep going, day after day. The most powerful way to change your habits is to change your identity. Many people begin the process of change by focusing on what they want to achieve. This is outcome-based thinking. For example, I want to lose 20 pounds. A more effective approach is to focus on who you wish to become. This is identity-based thinking. For example, I am the type of person who moves my body every day, or I am a healthy person. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. The goal is not to write a book. The goal is to become a writer. Your identity emerges from your habits. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. In the beginning, these votes are small. One workout will not transform your body. But as the votes pile up, so does the evidence of your new identity. You are not just trying to be healthy, you are proving it to yourself with your actions. This shift in perspective is subtle, but, profound. Instead of chasing an external goal, you are becoming a new version of yourself. When you face a decision, you can ask yourself, what would a healthy person do? What would a writer do? The answer often becomes clear. A healthy person would likely take the stairs, not the elevator. A writer would likely write for a few minutes, even when they don't feel inspired. Your identity becomes a guide for your behavior. It simplifies your choices because you are simply acting in alignment with who you believe you are. The process is a two-way street. Your habits shape your identity, and your identity shapes your habits. Start by deciding the type of person you want to be. Then, prove it to yourself with small wins. You don't need anyone else's permission. You don't need to achieve a certain outcome. If you run today, you are a runner. If you write today, you are a writer. If you meditate today, you are a meditator. Let your actions lead the way. Each small habit is not just a task to be checked off a list. It is a step toward becoming the person you truly want to be. No one is perfect. You will miss a day. You will have a bad week. You will fall off track. This is not a failure. It is a normal part of the process. You can't avoid mistakes. The important thing is to get back on track quickly. Many fall into the all-or-nothing trap. They miss one workout and think, I've ruined everything. I might as well give up. One mistake does not erase progress. Rule: never miss twice. Missing one day is an accident. Missing 2 days becomes a habit. If you miss Monday's workout, get one in on Tuesday, even if it's short. If you eat an unhealthy lunch, eat a healthy dinner. The first mistake isn't what ruins you. It's the spiral that follows. Commit to never miss twice to stop the slide. Be kind to yourself when you stumble. Berating yourself adds guilt and shame. That makes it harder to start again. Treat yourself like a friend. Acknowledge the mistake without judgment. Okay, I missed my habit today. That's all right. I am human. I will get back to it tomorrow. This gentle approach helps you learn, not be crushed. Perfection is impossible. Progress is always possible. Have a plan for when things go wrong. Life is unpredictable. You will get sick. You will have a family emergency. You will have a crazy day at work. Scale your habit down instead of derailing. No time for 30 minutes. Do 5. Can't write a page? Write one sentence. Can't meditate 10 minutes? Meditate 1 minute. The goal: maintain momentum. Doing something beats nothing. It keeps the habit alive until life settles down. The ultimate goal is not to achieve a single result. It is to build a lifestyle. It is to create a system of habits you can stick with for years. To do this, you need ways to stay engaged and motivated long term. One of the biggest threats to consistency is boredom. New habits feel exciting at first. After a few months, they can feel like a chore. The initial rush fades. You're left with the daily discipline of just showing up. This is where the real work begins. Find the right balance between routine and variety. Make habits automatic so you don't overthink them, but keep them interesting enough to stay engaged. Example: exercise every day. Keep time and place. Vary the type. Run on Mondays, lift weights on Tuesdays, do yoga on Wednesdays. This keeps things fresh while maintaining the core habit. Periodically review your habits. Once or twice a year, reflect on your system. Are your habits still serving you? Are they aligned with your goals and identity? Is there anything to change? Maybe a habit is no longer necessary. Maybe you've mastered a small habit and can take on something bigger. Reflection and refinement make your habits evolve with you. They keep your system relevant to your life today. Embrace that this is a lifelong process. There is no finish line. The goal isn't to be done with habits. The goal is to continue the practice. A healthy person doesn't stop eating well after they reach a weight. A writer doesn't stop writing after one book. The habit becomes part of who they are. Find joy in the process. Find satisfaction in showing up each day. This is the secret to the long game. It's not a sprint. It's falling in love with the daily walk. We have talked about many ideas. We have discussed the power of 1%, the importance of cues, the need for immediate rewards. All of this can feel like a lot. You might be wondering, where do I begin? The answer is simple. Start with something small. Start with something so easy you cannot fail. Start with just 2 minutes. This is your first step. It's the single most important action you can take right now. Move from thinking about change to making it happen. Stop planning. Start doing. Choose one small habit. Just one. Don't try to change everything at once. Be a reader, meditate, keep a tidy home. Pick one area. Scale it down to a 2-minute version. Read every day. Read 1 page. Meditate 15 minutes. Sit and breathe for 1 minute. Clean the house. Put 1 item of clothing away. This is your starting point, not your final destination. It's the first step on the journey. The 2-minute rule isn't for dramatic results first. It's to master showing up, to build consistency. For the first week, do your 2-minute habit every day. Make starting the habit the habit. Once you show up daily, slowly expand. After a week or 2, read 5 minutes, then 10. But it all begins with 2 minutes. Now, decide your 2-minute habit. What will it be? Write it down. Use this formula. I will behavior for 2 minutes at time in location. Put the note where you'll see it. This is your commitment. This is your first win. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for Monday. Your journey starts today. One small 2-minute action. Take that step. Prove you can start. Stop chasing perfection. Start winning one day at a time.